What's up, y'all, and welcome to the very first episode of Munch with Sino. Yay! Today, guys, I'm going to be making a vegan sweet and sour chicken. I'm going to be making the batter in the sauce for you guys today. As you can see, I'm starting off very simple. We got to get that rice out. That is going to be the base of this recipe. So we went and bought this big 5 pound bag of rice from H Mart at the beginning of the year. They do like fresh crop every year. Something I learned from one of my friends when I used to hang out with her and her family a lot. She was Vietnamese. They would buy like giant bags of rice every year. And this was the 2024 crop. We're like finally kind of making a dent in it. For a minute there, we were kind of like, but it's always good to have a good base recipe. As you can see, I'm gonna be looking down at my phone. I also try to do TikTok lives during this time. So this is me just dumping the rice in. Did about 2 cups of rice, and I'm about to start washing it here. Also, bear with me throughout this because this is some of the first cuts of me figuring out how I want to make these cooking videos. So these first 3 videos are kind of rough, and I think I found a solution, but we're getting to it. So I just finished washing the rice, and I'm just gonna slide that over into the rice cooker. Love this thing. Wish I had one growing up because I was the rice cooker. And pop that bad boy in, flip on the switch, and then we're gonna get the moving. So next up, we have the sauce. The sauce requires 1 cup of sugar, which I'm reporting here. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to be too annoying. Then it calls of 1/2 cup of rice vinegar. See me, got them true measuring skills. I also had exactly 1/2 cup of rice vinegar. I did make a mistake with this sauce. I just poured all of this in the thing and then stirred it, and it still turned out fine, but you are supposed to burn it down for thickness. So then we got 1/2 cup of water. There we go, 1/2 cup of water. I had to readjust because I didn't know how much water I had. Boom, getting a little bit more, leveling it. Real cooking skills. All right, 1/2 cup of water. And then we're doing 3 tablespoons of ketchup. I know it sounds crazy, but I will say the consistency turned out just like it would at the Chinese restaurant. Obviously, like if you burn it down, sometimes I like to put the chicken pieces like after they cooked in the sauce and like get them drenched so they like pre-covered and stuff, like kind of like sauce wings. And then we do 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. So obviously, if you're burning down like the sugar, this little concoction, you'd burn this stuff down and then you'd add cornstarch in as you burn it down to create a thicker recipe. Okay, like I just wasn't thinking, so I just mixed. Look at me. Oh my god, this looks crazy, but I just mixed it all together, and like I said, like it still turned out well. Like it wasn't nasty or anything like that. It just was super liquidy because I was rushing, and I make these little index cards for my recipes, and I usually put like, oh, the steps of the recipe, but I was like, this seems easy enough, and I skipped the steps for making the sauce, and that was honestly just a mistake on my part. But here I am just stirring it up. Let y'all get into that for a minute. You can probably see, honestly, the stress in my eyes as this is not turning out how I thought it would. You see me leaning? Oh, yeah. I'm like, what? So we're moving on to the next thing. We're going to make our batter for the sweet and sour chicken. That reserves a 1/4 cup of flour, which I'm getting here. 1/4 cup of cornstarch. You got this. I believe in you. Come on, CJ. Come on, come on, come on. Yeah. All right. There we go. 1/4 cup of cornstarch. Then we're going to go in with a 1/4 teaspoon of sugar. And then we're going to go with the 4th teaspoon of salt. The little silver thing broke off our salt, so I definitely poured way more than a fourth. But it's okay. We got it. And then we go in with 1/2 cup of water. No extra process needed for this. Just put the stuff in there and then you stir it. Dry ingredients, then wet ingredients. That kind of vibe. So here I get flick of the wrist, We're in there. I'm like I said, guys, y'all gotta bear with me. I know my back's to the camera a lot, but I promise you, I found a method that I believe works, and you'll know what I'm talking about when you see the video. And you'll be like, "Oh, this is so much better." But I'm putting this out regardless because learning curves are important, and I don't care if it looks terrible. But see, I don't forget y'all. Look, I'm showing y'all me mixing it up, stirring, a little baby whisk. Alright, we're gonna go on to cooking this stuff up. So I do put the Darren chicken in the microwave for about 2 minutes just to get it thawed out. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to cook it on the stove, but that's what I do. Here I am pouring my vegetable oil in the pan to test to see if it's hot enough. I got a little bit of flour. If the flour sizzles, it's hot enough to cook. If not, you need to wait a bit. I've waited a bit, and I am proceeding with cooking the chicken. So here we go. We're going to dip it, get it well coated. This is a very loose batter, so get it well coated. And then you just want a little bit of the extra drainage off. When I say because it's so loose and when you cook it, it kind of slides on the side. Make sure it's all in there. And then boom, we're going to throw it in the oil. I cook about 6 pieces at a time due to the sizes of this, but as you cook, go along, and if you need to start with just 2 at a time, that's fine. And it's just that simple. I take 2 forks and I just kind of use one fork to do all the dipping, and the other fork is just assistance to help slide things down and also to help with the flipping process. I find that to just be the easiest way when dealing with hot oil. If anyone knows how to get the grease to stop popping so much, hit my line though, because that's really be the problem. Here I am flipping everything over. You see, it's a little bit crispy brown on the side, but it's not going to be super brown just because there's not flour and seasoning and stuff. So, but it does get a little golden on the side, and that's when you want to flip it. Takes no more than a minute or 2 for each side. Sometimes the second time also takes almost 30 seconds depending on how hot your oil is. Then you just drain it off, and on the side I have a paper plate with paper towel on it, and we're just gonna slide that bad boy over there. I'm gonna give y'all a couple more rounds of this. Now, also too, I do want to say I do put these lives out on. I go on TikTok live whenever I cook. So follow my TikTok if that's where you want to catch at. And I'll also stream the lives on Twitch, and then they become these videos later. So hit me up on those platforms. So Twitch is the same as my TikTok. I'm just not promoting it as hard right now because it's mostly just so I can get YouTube videos if we keeping it 100. I just, let me know, guys, what you want to see. I'm kind of on a journey. My partner is all vegan. I'm not vegan, but obviously before efficiency in the home, it's easier to just make vegan meals instead of trying to do multiple meals. Groceries is expensive. So I am on a journey of just seeing all the meals I can make in a vegan format. So if you have any meals that you think would be a challenge to transform into a vegan meal, let me know down in the comments below, okay? Because I will do it. All right, I will turn anything y'all got to say into a vegan meal. No, nothing too crazy now, right? Like, obviously, I've never had goat, so if you tell me to make a goat curry, I'm gonna just make a regular curry because I've never had goat and I wouldn't know what a goat curry tastes like, right? So like, within reason, but still experimental. Let me know what you would like to see vegan. Let me know foods you would like to see made vegan because of the concept about vegan food is that it's all nasty. It doesn't look good. It has no soul. And like, I'm here to prove that wrong because like, I feel like my food be hitting, you know? So if you got something that you would like to see made vegan and you've like doubted that like this would taste good in a vegan format, let me know. And then I will try to find two people that also eat meat to give honest opinions about like if they think the vegan food was good or not. This is me dancing because fucking excuse me, like because I got music playing in the background because of TikTok and Twitch. Alright, boom. So here's a little cleanup sesh. Also, let me know if you guys like the no sound parts, because if not, I'll cut them off. Like, I mean, the video only gotta be 10 minutes long, but I try to give y'all like something to look at, so let me know if you like the no like explanation parts with just like music playing in the back, and if not, I'll cut it out, right? And I'm also gonna test different things and how they view, but I need some feedback, so this is me though. I'm just cleaning up. I like to clean as I go. When it comes to like liquidy things, we have these compost bags. So sometimes if I have like a lot of batter or like liquid left over from a meal, I'll just pour it into the compost bag. So that way when I'm rinsing the bowl out, I'm not just throwing a bunch of like thick batter in there. So pro tip. And or like any plastic bag you have. And then I'll go ahead and pre-rinse the bowls because my girlfriend does most of the dishes. And so I just pre-rinse the bowls and to make sure like they're prepped for doing dishes, because I don't like dishes that have a lot of stuff in them. Like when I start, like they almost need to be like low-key clean but just dirty in like a bacteria manner. So yeah. That's just me though. I mean, OCD, it's real. And so then I'm taking my empty dairying bag, I'm throwing all my little trash in there, like, just general like organization. I make sure I put up all like my seasons and stuff that I use while cooking. Make sure I put that all up and away. And yeah, that was my little light. I'm trying this new TikTok tripod and like it's working so good, so far so good. I will say this, the lights do tend to die like midway point, so I mostly just use one at a time, but they do last for like an hour and a half maybe. All right, so this is me laying the plates out. I'm about to get y'all a better angle for plating purposes. All right, gotta get that. I'm working on my plating skills. I bought these plates specifically for these videos. Also, my puffballs, like I was in between hairstyles, and also I'm trying to grow out my undercut in the back because I would like to maybe get locks at the end of the year. So I'm trying to grow my hair out because I rather start with more than I want than less than I want. So boom, y'all see that? Do y'all see this? This is plating expertise right here. Plate gold. but it's still good. Yeah, this I don't know. This plate was kind of janky. I felt like it still looks good, but it came out less perfect. I guess it's just that first scoop of rice. And here I am laying out the little chicken pieces, all nice and cute like. Now we're gonna get that little drizzle about to go on. We're about to pour a little sauce. Had to put it in a little separate container first. You see how liquidy it is? So yeah, make sure you burn it down. If you want it thicker, burn it down. But it was still good, but still burn it down. We got the little drizzle. Oh yeah, this was one of the ones. This is a staple in this household, by the way. Like sweet and sour chicken goes triple platinum in this household. Looks great, did great. We're feeling it. Little shot of the plate. 3. Ooh, yeah, yeah. All right, I'll catch y'all next time.